Hello,
Disney!
everyone. Welcome to a series that's probably going to get us in
Nighthawk!
trouble, but I doubt that deep in trouble. We have Disney games coming up now.
Digital Eclipse!
Include in-game
In-game purchases? What the fuck?
This is the Disney Classic Games Collection. Basically, this is the updated version that gave us Jungle Book. That is the in-game game purchase. And first off, we are playing the Aladdin game. Actually, not first off. I'm just playing the Aladdin game because Lion King sucks, and so does Jungle Book's not that bad, but yeah, Virgin sucks. Let's just be straight off the bat. Virgin sucks. Virgin is the maker of literally the Genesis version of Jungle Book, Lion King, and Mickey Mania.
Okay, I will give them credit though. The quick text blur before we started the game, it did say that they included bug fixes, so that's one thing I do always have to appreciate. But does it allow you to play like the original version, or is it? Is it only the improved version?
In on the Disney Disney collection for Aladdin, it is Final Cut, Original Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and Game Gear, I believe. The same goes for basically Lion King and Jungle Book.
Okay.
Not Final Cut though. Not Final Cut though.
Yeah. No, because I do like it when they basically fix the original game, but at the same time, a part of me, the reason why I want to play certain old games is also to see how broken they are. So I'm glad to see that they put the somewhat broken version in the. I mean, I don't know if it's how broken it is. I mean,
yeah,
it's a Genesis game, so it's got to have at least some type of bork, because that's just how games were made. Like I feel like nowadays we got too used to games being fixed later on, and like back then, if your game was like a bug fest, that's you had to live with that.
Yeah, true.
Hi, Mike. Enjoying Pokemon Scarlet, I see.
I still have not played those. Played Gen 9 because I want to stream those. But Legends Arceus kind of burnt me the crap out because I don't like how long it is.
Yeah, I still need to get into Pokemon in the first place. Like, so far, the only thing I know about Pokemon is the Pokemon that I want to sit on me, so...
Of course, you're gonna do that.
So that's like, what, 10 or so Pokemons and an additional 100 that I don't even know about. Like, I only recently found out about Salazzle, if you believe that.
Okay, so I should also explain a bit of the stuff that's going on the screen. Top right, you do have a score. Score means nothing. Score literally means nothing. The lamp...
to be fair, I wouldn't say that score means nothing, because back then, you know, these games were designed to be played over and over again.
This doesn't have a score counter.
Right.
Like there's no high score thing.
Well, no, but you could have wrote down your score and see if you scored higher. Then again, the main thing about like old school Genesis games is that, to me, it wasn't really about beating them with highest score. It was more about beating them, period. Because, you know, you gotta give people their money's worth, and the best way to do that is by just making your game bullshit difficult, or not even bullshit difficult, but just really crippling you in terms of your ability to finish it. Because, remind me again, this game, does it do the whole you run out of lives, we boot you back to the main menu thing?
Actually, that's what I was just going to talk about. Wishes are continues.
Right.
So there are continues in this game. I don't actually use a wish, to be honest, but it's better to just be safe than sorry.
But the point is, once you lose all your continues and lives, you get booted back to the main menu.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, basically, apples are throwing items. They make you use those for boss fights. A perfectly good sword, and you beat basically 2 of the 3... Well, actually, 3 of the game's 4 bosses with apples, including the final boss against Jafar.
Right.
Rubies are used to buy stuff from the peddler, which is just lives and continues. Abu and Agrabah is literally just a minigame where you just play as Abu if you find the Abu Boo token in at least a few stages. There's just 3 of these. There's Agrabah Streets, there's Cave of Wonders, and the Sultan's Palace, which actually was added in the final cut. Basically, one hit...
Question about the port for this game. Does it have save states? Does it allow
It has save states.
rewind?
It has save states and allows you to rewind.
Okay, so it doesn't do the thing from Mega Man X Legacy Collection where it's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, without those, I would not have completed Lion King or Jungle Book.
Yeah.
And yeah, one hit and you will fall in these. And the genie tokens are for the genie slot machine, which you can get apples, lives, I believe rubies, or Jafar, which just ends the game period, no matter how many genie tokens you have.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Also, this actually is the first time I've actually completed the Abu and Agrabah. Like, literally.
You got an achievement for that. But of course, the Switch doesn't have achievements.
The game does, yeah. Yeah, it's like this. Like, I'm serious about that. This was my first time actually completing Abu and Agrabah, because I've had this game as a kid. I owned this version as a kid, and I never have beaten Abu and Agrabah. And that was actually all one go. I did not edit. I didn't save state. So I'm actually surprised that I actually did that.
Yeah, I do remember playing one of the Aladdin games at school on a redacted. Okay, to be fair, I think I can say emulator because I can still, I don't know, like, whatever. I do recall playing this game on emulator, but I think it might be the SNES version.
And by the way, you saw that one up there. That's the one thing why I don't like Virgin as game devs. Hi, let's put a life or something in a really spot that's a pain in the ass to get.
Wait, but couldn't you just bounce off that guy and hold the jump button?
I don't know. Like, they also do this in Mickey Mania. Like, in the first level, there is a 1-up that's in a spot where basically you would have to die to get it.
That's lovely. Okay, which one of the two has a password system?
Super Nintendo.
Okay, then it's the SNES version that I played.
Yeah. Super Nintendo... I suppose I'll be repeating myself when we actually cover Super Nintendo. I grew up with the Genesis one, so I'm more inclined to lean towards the Genesis version of this game. But I honestly think that Super Nintendo is the better game, because the Super Nintendo was made by competent game devs.
Yeah, the one thing that I remember from the SNES version. There was this part in school where pretty much all my classmates got stuck and nobody could beat it. So whenever we would be allowed to play the game, we would always use the password to immediately fast forward to that part. and I do remember remember the password. It was Jafar, Abu, or like the bad guy, the monkey, the girl, and the ghost, or the genie.
Genie.
That's a password that I remember.
Of course.
And a part of me does find it pretty ingenious that they genie. A part of me does find it pretty great that they used icons instead of long ass codes for the password.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's actually a really neat system. Why
because it does make it easier for kids to remember it.
Yeah, and again, that's why the Super Nintendo was made by competent people. For those of you who are confused why I'm saying competent, Capcom made the Super Nintendo version of this game.
Ah.
So yeah, competent people.
Wait, and is it like what division of Capcom was it?
I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. But Capcom has made a lot of Disney games in the past. Didn't
they release like I don't know if it's all Capcom, but I know the Disney Afternoon Collection.
Yeah, which is made of NES games, and for some stupid reason they didn't put that on a Nintendo console.
They still haven't?
No. All the games on the Afternoon Collection were on the NES.
That's odd. Maybe they're saving it up for drip feeding the Nintendo Switch Online thing.
They probably would have by now. They probably would have released them by now, but it's like, it's really stupid.
To be fair, at this point, Nintendo is more interested in what even is like the latest Nintendo Switch Online
N60.
NES
They're focusing on. Well, actually, I have no idea what the last NES game was, but I think they kind of stopped because they ran out of basically games that aren't just hi, here's a random game or here's a licensed game.
Yeah, to be fair, that I kind of got those vibes when they were including Game Boy stuff.
Yeah, which I really do hope Nintendo kind of kicks up on that. Like they kind of need to they kind of need to pop a few more games into the stuff. It's
I mean, they recently made a whole thing about, look, we put Link's Awakening on there. Well, not Link's Awakening, the Oracle of
Ages and
games?
Oracle of Seasons, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm quickly looking at the NSO thing, and the top games are Mystery Tower, Xevious, Diva, Paintball, and Dagon?
Yeah, like I said, they've been doing first party weird games like Japanese only first party on the American one, and they don't translate some of those games.
Yeah, that's
which is why I hate the fact that they put in Panel del Pon and not Tetris Attack.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that is still how I played Mario Picross on the SNES. Then again, you don't need like a translated version for Picross. At least if you know how Picross works. If you don't know how Picross works and you need a tutorial, well, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Good luck with that. So yeah, that's another one of the Nintendo published Picross titles that I've finished. I'm kind of running out. I never thought I would be able to run out of Picross. So yeah, if anybody knows of a good Picross game, do tell me. Keep in mind that I've already played Picross Touch on Steam, and at this point, the problem I'm dealing with right now is that the only content I've got out of it are the workshop content, and people really don't know how to properly design a puzzle. Like a lot of times, it's just a bunch of troll puzzles where they make like they basically make you do it all in a pattern, like one black, one white, one black, and you have to basically it's really tedious. Like if you're one of those people who made a puzzle like that, shame on you. You're getting a thumbs down.
And Edgy complained about Pit Cross, so I couldn't mention, hey, there's that random guy that Jafar had tried to sneak into the Cave of Wonders but died in the beginning of the movie. That was literally the first boss that we fought. But now it's time for Raul, Captain of the Guards. And yes, literally every boss after the little portly thief guy needs apples.
Who did you say made this game again?
Virgin.
Yeah, I can tell why.
I did not press start. By the way, I did not press start. That part started and immediately went to the next stage thing. If you don't know the story of Aladdin, essentially that was the part where it basically covers the part where the guards attempt to bring Aladdin in, Jasmine attempts to stop them, and Raul goes, you'll have to bring it up with Jafar.
Right, and that landed us in Jafar's BDSM dungeon.
Along with Sebastian the Crab, Sebastian the Lobster from Little Mermaid.
You know what? Okay, so I do believe I watched Aladdin back in the day, but it's been a long time ago.
No,
so
he was not in there, so I have no idea why the hell he's in the dungeon in the game.
Well, probably so they could just go like, hey, look, he's a character of a movie you might also... I don't know, but... Yeah, point is, it's been a long time since I last watched Aladdin. And I do feel like I should probably do it, because it's pretty much a classic.
It's a good... Yeah, it's honestly one of my favorite movies. It was my top favorite until Emperor's New Groove came out. And then that took over top one because I love Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I do know that Emperor's New Groove, it's also one of those Disney movies I haven't seen yet. Like, as a kid, I was more into reading the Donald Duck comics. Right, but, yeah, I do know that Emperor's New Groove, it's a pretty comedic kind of movie.
Yep, it very is.
It doesn't take itself too serious, and...
There's literally a part where the two characters tied to a log are approaching a waterfall. John Goodman's character goes, uh-oh, don't tell me. We're about to fall off a giant waterfall? Yep. Sharp rocks at the bottom? Most likely. Bring it on.
Yeah.
And it's
the one scene that always plays in my head, and to be fair, it might even be one of the more overrated scenes because of how many times it's been memed, but the one that I really love is the one where it goes like, pull the lever!
Wrong lever! I don't even know why I even have that lever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie is great.
Yeah, there's a lot of Disney shit I need to watch. You know, if only my father, out of pure stupidity, got like a 1-year Disney Plus subscription. Which he has, but unfortunately, /unfortunately, I'm still on The Simpsons. But rest assured, I'm at season 27, so I've only got 6 more seasons to go. But one thing that I did do is I did look ahead and see if the 30th 3 Hours of Horror episode is actually titled 3 Hours of Horror XXX. It is. And
Your
according
move,
to the
Final Fantasy.
and according to the description, it's also the 666th episode.
Yep.
So like, that's double nice.
Yep.
Granted, I do know that The Simpsons isn't exactly Twitter rated, but
yeah. Also, one thing I should state, I don't know if it was this version or if it was just the bug fix version, but I remember basically falling through those platforms a lot, the protruding platforms a lot. So in the original version, that stage was actually a real giant pain in the ass.
Right. You know, it's kind of surprising how a developer titled Virgin Games can still be a pain in the ass.
Oh, God damn it.